Hey, I finally got to go out and do those outside tests on the Eterna, and I'm here to kind of go over the results. Got my cat Isabella down here. Hopefully she won't get in the way. Uh, Essentially, as I said before, I'm doing Eterna versus F-Log. And when you look at the clip, which is coming up after, you will see the Eterna to the SD card on your left, and you'll see the F-Log on the Ninja 5 on the right, and it's marked. And you'll be able to see essentially that F-Log is always seems to be doing better, as one would suspect. I thought Eterna might do a little bit better, but you'll notice, oh, hi Billy, in the skies that they basically turn kind of gray. We kind of lose the blues and things that we come to expect, and those clouds. So there was just no way to pull those back. So let me go ahead and play that clip, and then we'll get back and talk about the next. Okay, I'm going to try to make this quick because it is extremely hot out. I just got done mowing my lawn and my eyes hurt from sweat pouring in them. So, but I wanted to get out here and do this test. Obviously very bad. I'm pretty sure I got some blown out sky. I'll double check that and comment. In the actual video, definitely got some harsh lighting here. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not the best time. I do have an ND filter on here because I'm trying to keep the lens opened as much as I can. But obviously I have very limited. So again, it is Eterna to the camera, and then it is F-Log to the Ninja 5, and then I'm going to put the Eterna LUT on it. So we're going to take a look at this, compare it to the other, maybe see if I can play with it a little bit. But this is definitely a much harder environment. Okay, so hopefully you saw that F-Log was pretty much a clear winner. On my next clip, I decided that F-Log, or the Fuji X-T3, allows you to save F-Log to the camera, and I was curious how it would do versus the F-Log to the Ninja. And so I went ahead and did F-Log to the SD card, which is at 420, because there is a limit there, and then to the HDMI, to the Ninja, it is 422. Now, I screwed up a setting. So even though I can record to both, you can actually change whether you do 4K or HD, and being that I've never done this, I didn't realize there was a setting. So technically speaking, the F-Log that has gone to the Ninja is actually only 1080p, so it's actually only HD, but you're gonna see, to me it looks better even though it's only 1080p. Of course, it's resed up so that you can view it on YouTube if you're viewing it in 4K. So let's go take a quick look at that one. What I'm doing is F-Log internal in the camera, which means I believe it'll be 8-bit, and this is F-Log external to the Ninja 5. The sun's going away a little bit, so that's calming down. We'll give it a little more time, see if that sun comes out from behind a cloud, and I won't affect the exposure because it's going to change drastically once it changes again. So hopefully that sun will come out and give us, again, similar to what we were looking at before. And maybe I'll turn it off and then, oh wait, here it comes. Okay, sun is coming out from behind that cloud, so you're going to see an idea. Yeah, it's starting to blow out my face. You can see the difference now with that exposure. Oh, there we go. There, that full-blown sun. kicking it in. Maybe I'll try to do it in auto exposure. Sorry, mosquitoes. Try to do this with auto exposure and. Okay, so hopefully you'll like that. Cat's purring. I don't know if the microphone will pick that up. But I got one more clip. Obviously, I was fighting the harshness because I was waiting. It took a couple days for the weather to get nice enough for me to go back out and have some blue skies and some white clouds. And when I did go out, it's very harsh, very bright highlights, very deep shadows. So I should give you an overview of what I did. The only things I corrected inside of Resolve is I used the highlight and the shadow controls, and I basically, on all the clips you've seen and going to see, I did a -100 to basically try to bring those highlights into control, and then the shadows varied, but they were pretty much similar. But in that last one and in this next one, definitely look at my T-shirt. It's got kind of a goofy wolf graphic on it, but it's got very intense blues, and you can, hopefully you'll be able to see it in YouTube. Those blues really hold up under the 422, but they're kind of a little lost in the 420. I don't know if that's entirely, whether it's the compression or the 422 versus 420 or what, but definitely it looks a lot better on the Ninja. Now these last clips you're going to see, it is, since I was having so much trouble with exposure, it is strictly letting the camera control everything. Shutter speed, ISO, which is, this is F-Log, so it's 640 plus. I have been using it. I did use, I should say, an ND filter on it to try to keep my aperture down and my shutter where it should be when I was trying to control, but I just let the camera do its thing just to see how much better or worse it might turn out. And so let's take a quick look at that, and then I'll come back. Okay, I got the camera in full auto now, so it is doing the exposure. And again, this is F-Log to the camera, which is 8-bit, I believe. And then this is F-Log to the Ninja 5, which would be 10-bit. So we can see what happens and what we can bring back. And this is what Fuji is deciding to expose, so I don't have no clue what aperture or shutter speed it's picking out. What we're mostly interested right now is in what we're going to get from these two different codecs. Okay, well, like I said, the final clip, I let the camera control everything, and one of the things you might have noticed is that we were getting that focus wobble, which is kind of endemic to the Fuji X-T3, and from everything I've heard, it's still there with the X-T4. Being as I let the camera control the aperture, it obviously was pushing the aperture up into a higher number, as in a closed aperture, 5, 6, f8, something like that. I usually try to keep it as open as I can, f2, f4, because for whatever reason, the Fuji tends to mess with focus when it's a higher number, when it's a tighter f-stop. I wish they would fix it because it's really annoying, because you can see its background's kind of fluttering, because for some reason my face is no longer good enough when the camera's not wide open and it tries to see something in the background and checks focus. I mean, it comes back to the face, but still it sits there and does that flutter, so wobble, whatever you want to call it. So that's annoying, but hopefully you did see the quality of that blue come up. So My takeaway is obviously F-Log's a winner. F-Log to the Ninja even a better winner, even though we only did 1080p because it was too hot, and I'm not going to go out there and do it again because the evidence was there that the Ninja just looks superior in my view. See how you feel. Tell me down below. I'm going to try to use my Ninja more often. I constantly use it as a monitor, but I don't always use it as a recorder because I usually just kept it for when I wanted to get past that 30-minute limit. And there are pros and cons, as I spoke of when I did my first Eterna versus F-Log in the indoor, and as a summation of everything. On the indoor test, I did not see huge advantages to the using the Ninja. It definitely looked better, but not as impressively better as going outdoors in that harsher environment. So that's the video. I hope you learned something, that we learned something together, and that you found it interesting. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you could, please subscribe. That'll encourage me to do more content in the future. Thanks. See you next time.